Good evening, good morning, good day, and good night. Welcome to Positive Rate. We are in sunny Southend by the looks of it. Didn't know what the live weather was going to do, but there you go. It's actually not bad. Not bad. We're flying from Southend. I got a family connection to the place. And we're just going to take our airlines a quick hop in the UK domestic route right up to my home airport of Edinburgh in Scotland. That's it. And I am your friend, your host, Willy Canuck. How you doing? Welcome to Sea Hall. And we've got some fine members of the Positive Rate team with me tonight. May I introduce to you Nick? How are you tonight, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not bad, not bad. We weren't all quite sure if we were all going to make it tonight, but I'm so glad you came along, mate.
Yeah, things are looking good at the moment, so all is good.
Good. I'm just glad to hear from you. And of course, we have our very own top designer of the universe, Dark Fury. How you doing, mate?
Not doing too bad. Yourself?
Not too bad. And we can hear you today, which is fantastic. Because you always get
Finally.
something interesting. I know. Technical issues, eh? Technical issues. But we're getting there. Look at that Vulcan, folks. I mean, and that is real. This is the Orbx scenery for Southend. If you head there, there is an Avro Vulcan parked. It's absolutely crazy airplane to look at. And of course, flying formation with us tonight, no doubt at all, it is Shark Kitty. Shark Kitty, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing good. What about you, Willy?
Not too bad. And your airplane of choice today, interesting, you're going to be pacing us in the Just Flight Hawk.
Yep.
Very cool, very cool. So we've got, there's some static aircraft here because Southend you will get Ryanair, you will get EasyJet to some extent as well. So Shark's in the Hawk. We've got Nick in a 737. Now I think you said that was EasyJet livery, didn't you?
Yeah.
Nick, unfortunately, don't have that. Your plane looks a lot bigger though. I don't know why. It says it's a 320. Very strange. It just seems to have grabbed something wrong. Is it the Fenix? Is that the reason?
Possibly, yes, because you don't have it, do you?
I don't know. So I must be interpreting something very strange about that. It's interesting. It looks like a 330, I would say, if I was going to put money on it. And sorry, who was this? We got Beluga. He's in a 320 today. Loves to be in an airliner, so does Beluga. And Ollie, welcome back, mate. Also joining us in the fly-by-wire 320. And Dark Fury, based on what I've seen with Nick's airplane, Dark, I assume you'll be flying the Fenix as well, sir.
No, negative.
So,
I'm in the 737 700 freighter version.
oh no, it says it does say a 737, but again, it's giving me that. Is it a 777 it's putting on there? I don't know. Very strange. Anyway, I got to get some model matching. If it doesn't cause any frame issues. Here's a good topic. So, model matching. What's the best for frames and expense?
Don't want to steer you off London here, Nick, but simple traffic is good if you want FPS wise.
Right.
But if you want free and you're willing to have enough hard drive space and lose a few FPS, AIG.
Okay, so there you go. That's good. So simple traffic if you just want some element, but you don't want to lose performance. And if you got the grunt, I guess, if you got the PC that can handle it, EIG is probably the way to go. That's what I'm kind of hearing.
The only issue is multiplayer doesn't tend to sometimes use model matching. It's what you've actually got installed into your community folder.
Yes, indeed, and that's why I always try to load as much as I can. Which means, I mean, it would be a great feature if we could just get... well, I guess that's why you have model matching. So anyway, we do what we can. We do what we can. Big hello to everybody in the chat here today. So glad you could come with us. We got Dino Nuggies Memes. I love that one. He was asking a bit of a question about the Series S flying flight simulator. Yes, it can absolutely do it. It's not going to be on high settings, but it is a capable machine. It does work, and I have seen a streamer from America do the Series S on YouTube. So yeah, definitely, I would totally recommend it if you have no other option. J-Hog is back tonight. J-Hog, so great to see you tonight. And he says, just got home, been to the coast, said hi to the wife, and then walked up to the sim. Might be in trouble later, yes. It always seems to go that way. Ollie's saying, what departure and landing runways? We are departing runway 23, Ollie, and landing runway 24, and that is based on the current winds at both airports. And Pilot Stud says, hey, Pilot, how are you doing? We got royalty in the house here. Do check out Pilot Stud's fantastic channel. He is my go-to guy for news. And yes, he can tell Shane I said that. Pilot Stud, I always love to see your news stuff. Fantastic streamer as well. Do check him out, Pilot Stud, on YouTube. He's also in the affiliate section, I believe. If you go into our page at the homepage for the Positive Rate channel, you will find at the bottom affiliates, and you'll see Positive Rate or Pilot Stud there as well. And Bluka says, never expected you to be here, Pilot Stud. I know. See, Blue Guy, I know all sorts of people. This is the thing. And Bluka says, is it true that non-series consoles can run the game? My friend says he tried to do it on non-series Xbox. Yes. There's a catch. So, yes, you can, but you can only do it through Xbox Cloud. It does work somewhat reliably. However, you really do need a pretty solid internet connection for it to run, because it's essentially streaming everything through that cloud service. So yes, it does work. You can actually do it on an iPad. You can actually do it on a work laptop that doesn't have any graphics cards in it. But again, it does come down to how reliable is that connection. But I have tried it, and it does work. It is basically imitating the console experience. So you're not going, if you use Xbox Cloud, you're not going to get the same experience you get for PC. You would only get the same experience you get for the console. So that's a limitation. But hey, it's a way to play Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you don't have access to a high-powered rig, or even a mid-powered rig, then sometimes that's a great option. So yeah. Wouldn't let anyone put that off enjoying the sim. It's a fantastic experience no matter what you do. And Pilot says, glad you like the cinematic, Ollie. They take ages to make. Yes. Well, you would know all about that. Anyway, so Nick, shall we start with you? Tell me about your week. I'm going to jump in the aircraft here because we have been doing a bit of talking and get things going. Now, I have put fuel in. But yeah, tell me about your week, mate. How you been?
My week. Yes, I'm not too bad. I'm still cooler radiator less. This is only just arrived at its destination in Poland.
All right. Okay. That's
so now
a bit of a trek.
They've got to send it. Yes, it got held up in customs. So now I've got to wait for them to open the box, have a look at it, and go, okay, let me send another one back. So that could be a few days yet. I've been experimenting today with the there's a piece of software out there, I can't remember the name offhand now, that also puts the McDo or the FMC onto your tablet.
Okay.
Which was very cheap on Sim Market, and it also puts a 737 overhead panel onto another monitor if you want to. Yes.
Oh, that's nice. That's the kind of stuff that's pretty typical on X-Plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think MSFS needs more things like that.
Yeah, we do need to see more stuff. I mean, I believe there was something similar to that for FSX, possibly P3D at one point. Alright, I'm not getting any METAR data anyway. Does anyone want to shout out QNH for me?
1012.
Yep. We'll sort that in the air. Could just be, maybe I'm just not being patient. I'm not being patient. See, there you go. I must have had that set to realistic. Okie dokie. So the plan today, we are departing, as mentioned before, we're departing from runway 23. Which means we don't have to backtrack, which is a real pain if you're doing that in Southend, because you have to, it's quite a lot of the runway that you have to clear. It's a direct Evness. So that route kind of just basically takes us straight out, and then we, woof, off we go. Nice easy departure. There are SIDs for Southend, but it's not typical that you need to use them depending on which direction you're going, usually. Arrival date will be runway 24 into Edinburgh. We are using the InPi 1E arrival. And we're going to say no vise there. So if we take that, now here, this is what we were talking about before, Nick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So just back out the range. If we go to... Right, so there's our C124. I can't quite remember what that one is. That is... That's not on my chart, so I don't know what waypoint that is, but we will... It's definitely kind of coming into the runway, so let's see where it's... Yeah. So I think we said we wanted to track 028 from Tartan.
I have that written down on a large post-it note, yes.
So what we could do... potentially is put in a fix for Tartan. ARTN or a radial of 028. Now, see what that. Back to. Right, yeah. So there you go, Nick. If you're watching my screen there, so that if you go from Tartan and head that out, you're pretty much just gliding that up until you get to your entry point, and then you can just make a left turn and kind of bring it around.
Yeah.
So, in fact, I'm not even going to join up that plan. I think what I'll probably do is just take it on heading mode at that point and just track it manually. Fairly simple to do. And this, you can't see it on the maps, of course, but what this is actually doing is it comes out over the city of Edinburgh, actually over East Lothian, over to the Firth of Forth, which is the Forth River, hugging along the coastline of Leith in Edinburgh, and eventually coming back in runway 24. So there you go. I know this airport very well. I don't have to overthink it. This is going to be, hopefully, a somewhat easy stream for me. We do have a few constraints in there, but we'll deal with those once we get up in the air. So I think.
So you're going to be able to land it this time then?
I did land it last time. I just got horribly lost and took an awful long time to get to the runway. That's all. Maybe there's a disagreement there. I don't know. Sorry, Nick, you were going to say something. I'm intent.
No. I was just. I mean, this is quite straightforward compared to the one. Last time. That was,
wow. Yeah. Basically, it's pretty much our nav through mountains in train.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Excitement.
First airliner stream, and of course live weather. Live weather. Zero visibility. Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Shall we go to Faro next time?
Yeah. I was watching Shane actually do that on stream. He was trying out a new aircraft from Just Flight, and it's like the Long Easy, but I can't remember what it's called. It's actually interesting. Just checking back in the. All he says,
CXL, I think.
That's it. It looked pretty cool. All he says, I'm pushing back now. Toolbar pushback takes forever. Yeah, I don't use that anymore. It was causing terrible problems with my computer. So, anyway, let's get going here. I think we're going to check that the APU is running, which it is. As Nick would say, we have to allow time for the Willy waffle.
Well, I've got to wait for my final load sheet, so.
No problem. So turn on nav, turn on beacon. Eyes watering up a bit.
Your nav should have been on as soon as you got onto the aircraft, Willy.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay.
It tells everyone that there's someone on board.
Very
That'd be
good
you.
point.
Yep,
That'd be me. Just little old lonesome me.
exactly. Just saying.
Yeah.
Right.
No, fair enough. I mean, if that's procedural, then it's a good thing to note. So yeah.
Yeah, as far as I know, that's the first thing you do when you put switch everything on, and then you switch on your nav lights, and that tells everyone around the aircraft that there is power to the aircraft.
Yeah, makes sense.
Whatever manner, and there's someone on it. So yeah, you've turned on the batteries, or you've turned on the APU, or you've got ground power. So
fair enough. Fair enough. Makes sense. It does make sense now that you say it, and I will I'll observe that in future. So thanks. But it's nice to explain why too. You know, rather than just say, well, you should put your nav lights on, but why? What's the purpose? What does it serve? So that's a really good way to explain it. Thanks, Nick. And I can see Ollie pushing back there. Everyone else is, of course, spooling up. Shark Kitty's ready to go. She's hopped in the Shark. She's the Hawk rather. She's like, let's get going. So that's fine. I think I'm gonna push back, face towards runway. I just feel like I'm forgetting stuff and I'm talking and walking at the same time, which is never really that good. So a little bit of paperwork here that I forgot about. So yeah, we are holding 6.5 ton today, and our passengers are all loaded, so that should just come in automatically. That's fine. Dry weight of 59 ton. And with that, get in our V speeds. Now we can go. Okay. All right. A bit happier now. That would have been embarrassing. Okay. So I think we'll start the pushback here. And we'll say, let's go backwards, sir.
are you taxiing via Alpha and Bravo? No, sorry, via Bravo and Alpha.
Now you're throwing one at me. Yes, Bravo.
Okay, yep.
Oh yeah, just go straight out to Alpha and then Alpha in. Yeah, I probably won't even bother with Bravo actually.
Right, okay.
Well, it depends if there's traffic. I'll go Bravo Alpha if people are in the way, but other than that, yeah.
No worries.
Are you pushing back, Nick? Because I'll go Bravo Zulu Alpha if need be.
We're all very civilized on this stream, aren't we?
I've just looked.
It's like, after you, sir. After you, sir. No, after you. No, I insist. It's
Southend Airport, so we've got a Hawk, followed by a Qantas A320.
Right.
What else have I got? And a Frontier following as well.
Brilliant.
Oh, I see a FedEx. Do I see a FedEx?
Yeah, that'll be me.
Okay. Oh, 737, yep. Right, I'll just sit here for a bit then. That's on.
Right. Get our taxi light on here. Oh, my beacon's off. HD would be very upset.
Flight
Very
attendants, arm
upset.
doors, and cross-check.
I don't know why I've got that. Okay.
Oh, is that space?
My PTU is very angry today.
Oh,
Who's angry?
My PTU, power transfer unit.
Oh.
It's barking away there in the background. I think the initial altitude's 3,000, isn't it? It's 3,000 at Envis.
Yep.
Hard constraint.
Oh, it's gonna be your cruising altitude, Willy?
My cruising altitude? That's a very good question. Right, could probably just check it on here. Performance. Where's that? Is that in performance? Can't remember.
I mean, it's up to you.
Where's cruising altitude again, Nick?
The FMC can tell you your optimal altitude right now, but as you burn fuel, that value increases, so... Yeah.
I can't remember where. I always come across it, but I can't remember where. Oh, 38, real. That's high. 380. That seems awfully high.
Nah, that's too high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only got 30.
I think I'll go 320.
I've only got 28, flight level 280.
It's a bit random is simbrief for domestic routes in the UK. I find sometimes it gives you some really weird ones. Right, so I'm going 320 sharp.
320.
If that works for you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, we are all started there, so we'll quit on transponder stuff and other stuff. And a little bit of that and a little bit of this.
It should be more cost efficient for me actually.
Set flaps 1, check takeoff config, no alarms. I think we're good to go. So we'll flip our nose light into taxi and let's start checking out and hanging out with the guys here. While we're doing that, check in with the chat. So, Beluga says, is the PTU a mod? No, it seems to just come stock with fly-by-wire. Now, there's a realism aspect to this, Beluga. You would normally not be able to hear the PTU in the cockpit because the PTU is actually located about midway down the aircraft. However, as a passenger, I can tell you, I hear it all the time. It's probably more prominent, I would say, on the CEO, the conventional Airbus, than it is on the Neo. I don't hear it much in the Neo, but certainly on the old 319s, you definitely hear it quite a lot. Geox says, the amount of aircraft behind me, I'll be pushing sometime tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think I'm going to go out Alpha after all, Nick.
No problem.
And I'll meet you guys on... or sorry, I'll go out Bravo and meet you guys on Alpha. If I got that back to front, I can't remember.
I don't know for flight sim, but in explained version on DBA you can definitely hear the PTU in the cockpit.
Well, yeah, you can in the fly-by-wire version, but as I say, that's not actually realistic.
No, I mean in DBA 146.
Well, apparently in the fly.
Oh, the 146, yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Dark.
Apparently in the fly-by-wire, once you start if you start the PTU and you lock the door, you're not supposed to be able to hear it.
Yes, I always leave the door open though, for two reasons, because I missed the heydays before 9/11 when it used to be left open quite often. And I also love to hear all the cabin announcements and the ambient sounds like the PTU, so that's why I usually leave it open. But yes, you're right. The fly-by-wire does a very authentic job of disguising those sounds.
You can understand the cabin sounds from the fly-by-wire. You deserve a bloody medal.
I think they're alright. I quite like them. Nice and simple. They're not kind of over the top.
So have they redone them now then? Because when they first come out, they was really low, fast speaking, and you could hardly understand them.
No, I think they're spot on. I think they're really immersive, quite immersive actually. And Ollie says, I can't turn. What do I do? I don't know.
Check your hydraulics.
Possibly, yeah. Sounds a bit interesting.
Have you got your chiller still enabled or disabled?
Of course, I just like to... Oh, Getting a bit closer.
That's it. Just sniff up the BTU. What we're doing here? We're going. We're waiting. What's happening?
Yeah, who's front? Shark, do you want to hop up there and just circle around, and we'll join you in the skies?
Sure.
Okay. General advice to anyone: if you're next in the queue, off you go. Give the person ahead of you around about a minute to clear the skies, and then just take off. You don't have to wait for us. Beluga says, "What's your cruising speed?" So Beluga, it'll just be kind of managed, normal managed speed. It'll be about Mach 7-8. What were we gonna say, Dark?
I just want to know this Jamie 2009 is, if he's with us or not.
That's Beluga, isn't it?
Yeah, Jamie's with us.
That's Beluga, yeah. I think he's just waiting for Shark to clear, and then okay. Yeah, so Beluga, you can jump right off once Shark gets up in the air there. Away goes that Just Flight Hawk. Such a beautiful aircraft. So that's Beluga's turn to go now. And Beluga's rolling. Not too bad for winds today. Just I think it was probably about a 4 or 5 knot wind coming out of the west, I think. Off he goes.
It's quite a bit of crosswind.
Did you feel a bit of crosswind, did you?
Yeah.
There goes
It's
Beluga.
stronger than I thought. But that's gonna be fine for your big jets.
Yeah. And while Dark Fury is lining up, I will hop back in the cockpit.
Oh, already got traffic alerts.
Do you?
Yeah. I think
Put
it
my,
goes alerts though.
Doc, what's your cruise?
280.
Okay.
I went for 320.
I'm taking all your passengers' luggage. That's why.
I think I loaded 160 passengers, so.
Oh god.
I just thought, just a typical load for a UK domestic flight. It's pretty common. Usually quite full.
Well, they all got in big huge safes and shoes.
I think you got my cooler in there, have you? I don't know.
That's the thing with the interesting about domestic flights. Most of the weight's in the cabin because it's all carry-on.
Sorry, Nick, I'm not Royal Mail today.
And there goes Dark, off and rolling. And I'll just follow Nick out as he lines up. You can see Shark flying circles in the sky there, keeping an eye on us all. I'll just inch up ever so slightly to that runway entry line. There we go. And we'll get a nice little shot of Nick taking off here. Yeah, I can't quite figure out what airplane it's subbed in for you here, Nick. It looks like it could be a Dreamliner or a... No, it's not a Dreamliner. It looks like a 330. Very strange. And Jayhawk says I'm at the back. Oh, there he is. Yes, so I can see you now. I can hear engines spooling. And off we go, max thrust. Oh, I think Nick's already found the crosswind.
Whoa. Really bad stutters.
Stutters. All right. Not crosswind, just stutters. Okay.
I've seen better PowerPoints. Ooh.
All right, our turn to go. Oop. A little bit peppy here. Oh, and we need strobe. We need lights. Anything else random we can think of as well? Okay, here we go.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Whoops, you'll stall.
Hopefully I don't get any alerts or anything. I did do a takeoff config check. Well, I'll just hit one more time. Yeah, we're all good to go. Okay. 50% power. Togo. Oh, this runway's a little bit bumpy. Yeah, I can feel the crosswind starting to slip in a bit. B1, rotate. Positive rate, you're up. Bring up the range there, and we're heading runway in, and we should start to make that right turn onto NVES. Which I don't think it took that constraint in, funny enough, in the plan. Possibly because I didn't actually apply it as a SID. I think that's probably the reason. That's okay, we'll just fly 3,000 until we hit it, and then we'll let her go. Make that climb power. And flaps up. There we go. So, who's next? Dark Fury, how's your week? How's your flight? How are things going with you, sir?
Been busy at work. Been working on a BA livery with some cabin lighting and cabin stuff. All
British
well.
British Airways livery for which airplane?
The Phoenix.
Very nice.
I tried flying the fly-by-wire. Yeah, that went down like a pan down Swanee.
Oh, just trying to swap it over.
Yeah, because there's so much difference between what the Phoenix can do and what the fly-by-wire can't do. So
Right.
You're trying to do stuff like you would normally do in the Phoenix, then you realise, oh, it doesn't actually work in the fly-by-wire.
Crazy. Yeah, it's. I imagine it's the two completely different beasts when it comes to customization. Christian says, "Oh, Christian, how you doing, Christian? Good to see you, mate." He says, "Shall we enable HD mode?" No, that's not what we're here for. That's not what we're here for. I'm going to take this up to our cruise now.
And then we've just been arranging the meeting on the 25th.
That's right, yeah.
How's your week been?
Dark Fury says, oh, it's subs of default E3. Yeah, you're just replying to Beluga. Yeah. Which is interesting because I don't have an Airbus 330 that I've deliberately put in the sim, so it sounds like there must be like some sort of default model that it has.
Yes, in the default A330 in the AI traffic file.
Ah, that's the reason then. Very interesting. Very interesting.
What's your speed, Willy?
250 at the moment.
Okay, thank you.
Release the crew. Oh, forgot to turn my APU off. There we go. Little things, little things. It's funny, I always do I seem to be about 10 times better when I'm not on stream. But this is, you have to distract yourself with other things. That's when you start making mistakes, so you can understand why it's so important to have checklists and things like that. But anyway. It always says F-35 time. Why not? Yes, you just looked at Christian. Yeah, my APU is still on. It's off now. No worries. And I forgot to put chrono on as well, so I'll do that now. I'm missing all sorts of steps here, but that's fine. We'll go outside the airplane, have a look around. A beautiful positive rate livery, courtesy of our very own Dark Fury. And below us, the lovely countryside of Southern England, which is Essex County. Aye, aye. As we jump into the skies, and I can see, who can I see ahead of us? I think J-Hog, you'll be behind me somewhere, will you be? I can see Ollie there. Yep. I think that's J-Hog there. Cool. What about yourself, Short Kitty? How's your week been?
Well, I finally finished my crowd project, so it's kind of a relief, but it was a bit stressing at the end.
Stressing at the end? Is this all work related, is it?
Yeah.
So, and you changed jobs recently, so are you enjoying what you're doing now?
Yeah, well that's what it was about. It's I'm doing what it's called I was taking classes to get into crowd art because video games wasn't working out for me.
Yeah.
And
I remember you saying,
and so I think it's like today the team at Golem Academy, they're gonna make the demo reels.
Okay.
So I should soon know if I've been selected, and so if I am, then I'll be very visible to studios, and I should be able to find a job pretty easily.
Very good. Well, I wish you all the best. Hope that
Thanks.
goes well. As you know, my daughter's quite artsy, so we're always kind of trying to keep one eye on how people now are coping in the career world with art, because obviously this is going to be your future. So it's always good to hear from people such as yourself to figure out what she should be thinking about when she walks into this new future.
Well, in any way, if she practices and starts to build her book, she can succeed in either kind of digital art she wants.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to give her. Encourage her to do lots of different things with art, not just focus on one specific thing.
Yeah. You told me she was doing stuff on Krita. You try to do some 3D too.
Yeah, she did. I sent you a drawing. What was it? She did a 30-second dive, she called it. Which was interesting. I don't know. That's 250 still to 10,000, I think. Sorry, just checking my incoming restrictions here.
Christian says he spotted Just Flight doing the tornado. He's going to definitely get this one.
Yeah, I know. I heard that. There's actually, I think there's two doing the tornado.
And yeah, Fox Echo's doing it as well.
Yeah, isn't that neat? Yeah, that sounds amazing, actually. Dwax has just joined the stream. Dwax, how you doing? Very nice to have you along. Welcome to Positive Rate Mate. He says, is the other person French? Yes, Dark Fury is... Or sorry, Dark Fury. Shark Kitty is from French, yes. Is from France.
I'm from France.
Yeah. French, you're from French. Whereas I'm from Canada. Yeah. Yes, you're from France, yes. And Christian says just spotted. Yeah, you were on about the tornado, yeah. Who was the... Sorry, Shark Kitty, who was the other person that was doing the tornado?
India Fox Echo.
Ah, right,
So those
okay.
who did the MB339, Goshawk, and the F-35.
Very cool. Very cool. Dwax says, I'm also from France. Oh, there you go. Coincidence.
Oh, nice. Sorry, who said that?
Yeah.
I was on a...
Bonjour. Yeah, that's right.
Have you seen
Wax? Oh,
A330
you know I'm here.
A350?
Sorry, Dark Fury, what'd you say?
Have you seen DFD's A350?
No. No, I haven't.
That looks very interesting, the way it's going off. That looks like a fly-by-wire.
Pretty cool. There's so much coming out now. It's I mean it's really starting to ramp up, I think. Verstus Live has joined the chat. How you doing? Or Vrat, how you doing, Vrat? Vrat, no, we're not on VATSIM. This is a casual stream, so we're all just zooming around on North Europe server, so you can join us in an airliner or anything you want, really. I've got Dark Fury, Shark Kitty somewhere in a Just Flight Hawk. There it is. So, I always feel very safe in the skies because I've always got a fighter escort, you see. So yes, it's just a casual stream.
What happened if I turn on the smokes?
Sorry, I couldn't quite hear you over the
You
engine
see them?
noise. What's that?
You see the smokes or not?
Smokes.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't see yours. No.
Oh, okay.
We figured this out. I can only see smoke from your airplane if I've got smoke on and I'm flying the Hawk.
Alright.
So if I turn the smoke off in my plane, it turns it off in yours as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I wouldn't expect it to see it. Vrat says, I want to join with Air India. Ooh, sounds nice. Is that local to you, Vrat? So you'd like to be a pilot? Or you want to join us with an Air India airplane? Tell us which one you mean. And Jayhawk says, I've had one cup of tea in all my 63 years. Horrible stuff.
What?
Really? One cup of tea in 63 years? I think I don't know. Nick?
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I'm
gonna
bit
shock
shocked,
the
yeah.
UK folks there.
Vrat says, I want to join you guys. Yes, Vrat, we're on North Europe server. It's a bit of a catch-up, so if you were... I would probably just grab a fighter jet and see if you can find us. We're probably somewhere over London right now. Oh, Jayhawk says, yeah, I hate it. Coffee every time. Okay, fair enough. I like both. I can be in the mood for either. I'm not particularly hating one or the other. The only thing I
drink
won't...
coffee a lot.
Do you?
But tea, because tea is a faff. You know, you could do the whole tea bag thing.
Tea's
and
a
stuff like
faff.
that. Nice.
It's a faff.
Don't do a tea strainer. Do a tea strainer.
Oh man,
You can do that when I come up north. in a few weeks.
Hey, when you
Get
come up
proper-
north, we're gonna need 999 on speed dial when you see how cheap pints are.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be quite a shock.
Oh man. Right.
Yeah, Willy's not coming.
Is this? Sorry, you on about your meetup?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately I'll be in Dundee family trip, so I wouldn't have been able to make it anyway, unfortunately. But I would absolutely love to do next one. Manchester's only about a 4-hour drive for me, so it's quite achievable.
It's ridiculous. It's cheaper for me to fly up there and back than catch the train there and back.
Yeah, I know. It's bizarre.
It's only dearer because you'd have to go from London to Manchester, which will be the LNER service or all trains, and then you'd have to get from Manchester Piccadilly or Euston up to Manchester Airport, which is another train service. That's why it costs more.
And
Anyway, we'll see the land.
well, I'm hoping. That's why I've booked my right-hand seat. So as we fly over the pub, we all will be in the pub, and I can wave at you, and you can wave at me. I'll tell you what seat I'm in.
We need them t-shirts that we're not
Yes. Yeah, those bright orange t-shirts.
Vrat says, where are you guys landing? I'll spawn there. We're landing in Edinburgh. So that's Echo Golf Papa Hotel, Vrat, if you want to join us there. But that will be our final spot. So we're just literally going to Edinburgh, and that's where we're stopping. So you could try and catch us if you started off in maybe Birmingham or possibly Manchester. You could catch us halfway. He says, man, I need help. From where did you add the flying pad? Not quite sure what you're asking me. Jayhawk says, get a banner made dark. And Dwax is... Dwax says, I'm back. How you doing, mate? Glad to see you. Please, by the way, if you're enjoying being with us, so glad that you could come along. Please do subscribe and like. It really helps us out. We're fairly new to the game. We're building the stream. But it's a great community, and we'd love to have you along. There's also a link through to our Discord community. You can click on that, come in, say hello, take some screenshots, share those with us. We'd love to have you along. Thank you for coming in. Vrat is saying, but how to connect a North America server from India? You can connect to any server, Vrat, but it's North Europe, not North America, North Europe. And Dwack says, already liked and subscribed. Thank you very much, mate. Which is interesting. I wonder why that's not come through. That's a bit interesting. We should have seen an alert there, and we haven't. Which is a bit frustrating. I'll just check. Dark, could you do a meme check? Maybe someone angry or something, or someone con. I'll just do a quick check on the alert box to see if that's coming through. Yeah, it's definitely working, so I'm not sure what's happening there. Not sure. And Brat says, I've spawned there in Indigo. Okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, from the flight deck, we're just reaching cruising altitude for the flight. As again, gentlemen, I do want to...
That's me at my cruising altitude now.
From the aisle, as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley cards shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating with the front galley when the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
Jayhawk says, how far ahead are you? I'm just 6 nautical miles from Pippin. I think I'm past that one. I'm coming up to Embor. Which is about 8 nautical miles away from Embor. Vrat says, is that the Luke Air Tool? No, it's not. This is just the fly-by-wire 320NX. Nothing else. in just the fly-by-wire. And it's, you know, it is obviously the Fenix is brand new. I know that Nick and Dark are really enjoying that, and Gavin from EasyJet SimPilot flies a lot. Fantastic add-on, definitely recommend it. But for me, I love the fly-by-wire. It's completely free, and it's absolutely fantastically detailed, and it's still getting better and better every day. So you get what you pay for. So obviously, you know, you go out, if you support Fenix, and absolutely do support Fenix, by all means, you know, it is a fantastic value for money. But certainly I do enjoy the fly-by-wire, and it also, because we've produced a livery for the fly-by-wire, it means that all of you can get the fly-by-wire for free. You can get our positive rate livery for free, and fly with us without spending any money at all, which is always fun to have. But yes, I think Dark, at some point I would like to get the Fenix. Too many aircraft.
The Phoenix is good. Don't get me wrong, I'm not ditched the fly-by-wire.
Yeah.
I just seem to get, until it develops a little bit more, I think I would stay more to the Phoenix, because of the simulation, and the better, the more systems you have and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Of course,
But
of course.
The fly-by-wire is great in freeware. I just think it needs to be more developed before I'd start flying both equally.
Oh yes, yeah. I don't think there's any comparison really, but then again, you know, that comes down to there's only so much you can expect for free, and we're quite fortunate that the fly-by-wire team produces what they do produce, because it is for free quite an astounding package as well. As will be the Anybuilds 310 that's expected in November. It'd be interesting to see how that looks as well. But certainly, yeah, I mean, there's no comparison to a lot of the payware packages out there. If you look at the Just Flight, great sponsors of Positive Rate, the 146, very highly detailed. Then you have PMDG with their 737, and of course you have Fenix with their marvelous Airbus 320. And I dare say this year we're going to see a lot more high fidelity simulations coming up before Christmas, I would think.
I mean, they're on about releasing the A310, which we know about.
Yeah.
There's the A350, which is they should be setting us in probably the first quarter of next year. We're going to have,
which would be great.
The fly-by-wire's A380 when that comes out.
That'll be a big one. The Airbus 380 will be huge, I think.
They're on about doing a 707.
Well, 707 would be interesting, because that's kind of, that'd be in the same class as. I mean, there's not a lot of evolution between the 707 and the DC-6, really. Not really.
It's just the electronics, realistically, because and the engines, because it's more like a B-52 than.
Exactly. But if you think the avionics, it's the dawn of airliner travel, really. So passenger jet travel. The only other thing at the time was the Comet, which I can't remember who made that. Was it Avro or? But of course, the Comet had a bit of a fatal end because of poorly designed windows, so the 707 just seemed to take off at one point. But yeah, there's all sorts of aircraft that I'd love to see. For me personally, I'd love to see a McDonnell Douglas 11. I think that'd be really interesting. Or a DC-10. I'd be happy with a DC-10.
DC-3 and a DC-10 is coming.
The DC-10 is coming. Perfect.
There's also a couple of military aircraft coming. There's the Tornado, you've got the Lancaster.
Yes, and I'm fairly certain the Lancaster's being done with cooperation from both museums. So the one in Hamilton, Ontario, where I'm from, and also the RAF base for the British-based Lancaster.
Harrier.
Harry's coming.
Oh, there we go. Tahir has subscribed. Tahir, thank you so much for subscribing. We really do appreciate it. And please do jump into our Discord community. Pop in, say hello. Great to have you along, mate. Thank you for coming. And of course, come and fly with us if you get a chance. Dwack says for the Airbus A380, there's a salty simulation mod. There's a.
It's 747, isn't it?
It's a 747, yeah. I think you might need the 747, mate. But I'll tell you, the salty simulation mod for the 747 is pretty good. Again, for free, it's fantastic. I'll say that. And it does make the 747 a little bit more realistic as well. The one I'm particularly interested in, because I'm a Canadian, is it the Synapse Airbus 220?
Yes.
I think that looks spectacular. And of course, that's going to have a cockpit completely unlike anything else, because that entire cockpit was designed by Honeywell specifically for the C-Series. So it should be quite interesting to try out.
There's no mention on the FSLTL stuff. There's no information on that as of yet, but they're working in the background. But apparently, in about 2 months' time, GSX4 flight sim will be releasing.
All right. Okay.
So that should be interesting when that comes out.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And in about 6 weeks' time, they should be introducing FS2 crew for the Phoenix as well, so that'll be another interesting one to come out.
Yeah, I see. And I know that FS2 Crew is a fantastic product. It's just something that doesn't really appeal to me. I like doing everything myself. I guess, if you're trying to get the immersive experience of having a co-pilot and a proper crew, it makes complete sense. But I'll tell you, I do have a question on that. Do you find FS2 Crew causes any performance issues?
To be honest, I think it all depends on your ground services.
On the ground service, yeah, fair enough. What about you?
It runs as an external program now. They've reprogrammed it. So it's not coming from inside the sim. It's an actual external program. So.
All right. Okay.
I mean, I don't see a problem at all.
That sounds
And
pretty promising.
my product.
And I can see Ollie's just closing in. If you can check the screen, Ollie's closing in on the F-35. So I've got a double escort now. I've done something very naughty. This is why I'm getting escorted by 2 fighter aircraft to Edinburgh. They want to make sure that I don't deviate.
Forgot the waffles.
The waffles, yeah. Any waffle, boof, that's it, out the sky. Vrat says, any guess on the time you will land? Well, I'm about 20 miles from top of descent, so I would probably say in the next 25 minutes is when we'll be landing. And Jayhawk says, my cabin crew just brought me a dark fruit. Oh, right. A dark fruit cider. Yeah, I've heard about pilots like you, Jayhawk. And Dwax again is asking when will you land. Yeah, again, we'll be landing in approximately 25 minutes, as a guess. Having flown this route many times in real life, and in an Airbus 320.
I don't know if you've been keeping up with it, but did you see the TUI flight the other day squawking 700 of Manchester?
I didn't. No, I never heard about that, actually. What happened?
Come out of Manchester, departed on the Star, and then approaching into the Star, it declared an emergency with the number 1 engine.
Oh, right, oh dear.
Held for about 45 minutes, flew down to more or less East Midlands to come back up, around outside of Manchester to come back in, and it turned out to be that on Friday the 24th, the smelt smoke come through the aircon of the
All right, okay. Yep.
So they thought they fixed it, and basically it happened again. They had a bang in the number 1 engine, and it did a single engine landing, 2 from the left of Manchester.
Wow.
So
Frightening.
They're not having a good time, are they?
No, not at all. I mean, I'm really, I've been really fortunate that I've never really had any kind of emergency. Now I have, strangely enough, we've had not smoke in the cabin, but we've had a strong burning smell in the cabin. I've experienced that, and that typically it happens when there's some sort of oil or something gets into the bleed system. So it's never really been any cause for alarm. But you know, you never want anything to be different or abnormal in a flight, and as soon as you smell something that really smells like burning, you know, a lot of people get very upset, and it takes quite a bit to calm them down, unless the captain comes on and does a bit of an explanation about what's happening. So yeah, the only other sorry, go ahead, Nick.
You sure they didn't burn your first class meal?
I've never had the fortune of a first class meal, unfortunately. I was bumped up to business class coming up from London, which was delightful, and it was complimentary coffee or tea, so I got myself a complimentary coffee, and by the time they came out, we were just going up into our cruise. It was nighttime in the winter, and just as we got to the cruise, we hit sustained turbulence for the entire journey, and I was terrified to drink my coffee because it was red hot and I was going to end up spilling all over me. So the one and only time that I actually got bumped up to business class, I got my business class coffee and I couldn't drink it. Wasn't fair at all, but it was a very nice seat.
Ever flown with Logan Air and got your complimentary waffle? Sorry, wafer.
Complimentary waffle? Did you say waffle?
Yeah, I meant wafer.
A wafer.
Oh, was it? It's the red and gold thing, isn't it? It's quite traditional for them.
Yes.
Oh, I can't remember the name of it.
Oh,
now.
right, yeah. Logan Air is, yeah. But does Logan Air fly out of... I'm pretty sure they fly out of Teesside, don't they?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think they started operations at Heathrow as well.
Yeah, which is interesting because they always said they were going to try and chase the main city routes, but then
From the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen. As
I
you
think
know,
one of the
we have
things...
begun our
Sorry, I got a
initial
cabin
trial
announcement
to
here.
destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until we are fast enough.
Oh, you could have told me you were descending, Willy.
Surprise! Sorry, I'm trying to do too many things at once.
Hey, why do I need so much air brake right now?
Dear. Right, I'm gonna just get a little bit of paperwork to do here first, so I'm gonna do that while I'm thinking about it. 1009. Temperature 18 degrees. Ooh, it's warm. And it is actually, I can vouch for that, it is very warm. I would say it's probably about 20 degrees where I am at the moment. Let's put in a 200. Heck yeah, we'll go full flaps today, why not? I think that's us. Well, mag winds, yep, sorry. So we got 27005. Probably should do a quick check of the winds, but we'll just assume that it's the same. There you go, all done. And at least the airplane knows what we're going to attempt to do when we get down to the ground, so that's the main thing. So what are you gonna do, Nick? You're gonna try that manual approach like I was suggesting?
Yeah, I've got the I've put the fix in, so
Yeah.
we're gonna see what we can do.
It did actually. I did do it the other day, and it did put in what seemed to be the actual approach, the proper approach. But there was an erroneous waypoint it put in, and it kind of couldn't quite get its head around what it was supposed to be doing. And I think it was to do with one of the vias. I think one of the vias seems to work really well, and the other one doesn't work at all. It might be, is it India Tango Hotel? I think it's one of the vias, isn't it? So I just, whatever.
I think one of my vias was Tango Lima November. That
Tango
seems
Lima
to
November,
be
right?
behind Tartan. So it all
That's
seems a bit
right.
weird.
Yeah, that's right. And it so yeah, that's right. How could it be? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
In fact,
So
I've got it up on my display now by the look of it.
So
yeah,
I think that via it's probably fair to say if you're coming in from the south that via is probably not relevant to that approach because Tartan, unless Tartan's a common waypoint for all of the approaches, I don't know, but all the stars anyway. Yeah, it was goofy.
If you're on VATSIM, you're the direct. You normally go direct stars and there's all vectors anyway. So
yeah, your vectors out. Yeah, and it's pretty much, and it's only 2 vectors at that point, really.
Yeah.
So, Dwack says, try to make the most smooth landing. Yes, I'll certainly attempt to do that, sir. Always try. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. But I haven't really crashed very often on stream, so there's always a first time, but it should be okay today. And Jayhawk says, now you know why I land badly. no, and he says, not yet, Nick, but give it time. And Shark Kitty's still with us. You still following us down. Look at that. Perfect formation. I can see Ollie in the background, Jayhawk back there. Some fantastic tags. I got Turtle Juice. Don't think he's flying with us. He just happens to be in the area. But what a great name, Turtle Juice. I got Night Mocha. That sounds like something would suit you, Nick. Coffee. There's all sorts of fantastic names out here. It's such a I love flying on the servers, just the casual servers, because there's so many people everywhere all the time. And it's really different this generation now because you don't feel alone. You feel like everybody's in there with you all the time. It's quite good. And Dwack says, is it a Ryanair? Is what I'm flying a Ryanair? No. I've got something much better than a Ryanair. I've got a positive rate livery. Our very own positive rate livery. And just to prove it, look at this. Get in nice and close there. Look at that. Much better looking than Ryanair, sir. As we fly over the British countryside, we should be quite soon crossing into Scotland. And quite literally flying over my house as well. So, starting to reach the entry point here. We got in-rev at 20,000, which is looking good. The constraints are flying lovely, nicely. Dwack says best. There you go, Dark Fury. Dwack says best livery ever. Lots of laughs. And you can get for free, Dwack. So if you have the Fly-by-Wire 320, in the show description, there's a link through to flightsim.to profile for Dark Fury, and or you can just go to flightsim.to. Just search for positive rate. You'll find the positive rate livery for the Fly-by-Wire 320. You can have it just for yourself. Yeah, I can see the clouds are starting to build up now, guys. Well, you're making shushing noises, Nick. What's happening?
I'm studying charts. Just studying charts. 6,000.
I can always, when I'm flying now up to Edinburgh from anywhere in England, by the motion of the airplane, I can usually tell exactly where the airplane is just by the turns and the pressure. I just know the routes that well. I can usually guess where we are, and I always know when to look out the window when I think I'm over my house. And I always say the same thing. I'm like, could you just give me a parachute and just drop me off here? Because instead I have to go all the way up to Edinburgh and then drive, get out of the airport, and then drive another hour back down south to my house.
Wow.
So yeah, so I'm always. And I do literally fly right over my house. So the Tartan approach enters right where I live. So I can see the airplanes coming in all the time, which is cool. It's always mean to get a telephoto lens so I can snap some photos of all the EasyJet and British Airways and see all sorts coming in. Qatar 787 Dreamliners come in quite a lot. That's very, it's exciting, it's interesting. Oh, I left my lights on the whole time, look at that. Christian, you didn't see that, did you? Hey, oh. I was wondering why there's a bit of excess noise coming from the airplane. Two Cats, evening. How you doing, sir? Two Cats has joined us. Two Cats, fantastic Twitch streamer and a big part of the Two-Tone Murphy community as well. Yes, we're just doing a single hop flight tonight. Two Cats, Southend to Edinburgh. We've just begun our descent. And we're heading into Orbx, which is a Scottish way of saying Edinburgh. And Christian's covering his eyes. I don't want to know! Get away from my airplane!
Dun.
Now here, this is interesting because you can actually see, as we get closer, this is the Scottish borders. These were all the hills. It's quite terraneous. Oh, we got a nice little flyby there from Willy. Let's see a shark behind us. But yeah, there's a lot of terrain here. It's a very beautiful area, and I live right in the heart of all that. That's why I always, when we're coming over here, I just say, "Give me a parachute. I'll just jump out here. I don't need to fly all the way to Edinburgh. I can just go here." It's even funnier when you say that to a flight attendant and they think you're serious. And they don't react kindly when they think you're serious, Nick. They start to give you that look like I need to start watching you because I think you have a mental health issue.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean?
See them like measuring up the straps and stuff like that. And...
That's it, just about. You're not far from the truth. Where's my 10-meter roll of duct tape? That's what.
Yeah.
And that was funny. I was seeing a thing on YouTube. It was really funny, but you see a lot of airlines do carry rolls and rolls of packing tape, and for the single purpose of restraining an irate passenger to the seat if they get out of hand. And I thought, that is hilarious. How do you even train someone for that? Okay, we're supposed to be 7,000 at Tartan, and I'm not going to be 7,000 at Tartan, so I've got I think I'm going to have to hold at Tartan, unfortunately. I think I had this problem the last time. It's a really tight restriction because you have to be 20,000 at Esco and then somehow get down to 7,000. So maybe I should have been dropping quicker. I don't know. So I'm going to have to go in a hold, unfortunately.
3,000 feet by Charlie Indigo 324 should be right.
I couldn't quite hear you, Doc. Could you say that a bit louder?
So as long you can always extend your vectors as long as you're 3,000.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, actually. Yeah. Technically breaking the rules because I think it's at 7,000 at Tartan, but yeah, for the sake of saving time, you're probably right. I just need to extend it quicker.
Technically, we don't have ADCs. You could do what you want, basically.
It does want me to come down to 230 knots as well, so don't know if that constraint's kicked in yet, but it may do.
No telling you can do what you want. Oh.
I'll tell you the curious thing is I don't know why it dropped me at 250 knots in the first place because I didn't see that constraint anywhere. But it was the flight management company seemed to want to do that.
At escort, it's
was that 2? Yeah, was that 250 knots there?
Yeah. So
it's awfully high for that. Yeah.
Well, it's Scotland for you, isn't it?
They're just being difficult.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Ollie says, I'm flying on Saturday for the first time in 2 years. Oh, great, mate. Where are you going? How are you going? What are you up to? Oh, what's happened there? Have I tripped something? Oh, I'm onto my vectors now, that's why.
J-Hog.
It's not a baby fly hit the plane. Yeah.
Right, this time back fly that plane.
Probably because Tartan was the last entry in the plan. I had a flight discontinuity, that's why.
Willy, do you have the Orbx then for Scotland?
Yes, I do. Yeah, the Orbx one, yeah. For Edinburgh.
Can't believe it. The sun's out. I didn't realise you had the sun.
Oh, yes. Yes, we do. Actually, Edinburgh is a particularly sunny place, funny enough. Oh, my airplane sped up again. Okay, airplane's doing all sorts. Oh, probably because it ran out of the flight plan. See, this is the risk you run. You actually have to do everything manually. So what I'll do is I'll drop that to T10. And we'll kick the brakes out. Because we need to drop some altitude. And if I look off to my side here, you can see the bridges. And there's the city of Edinburgh. Yeah, I'm well high here. The plane seems to run away with itself here. Oh well. I can see you, Nick. How are you finding it now? Are you getting just up ahead of you?
That 028 was perfect.
It worked, yeah. It was the actual track from the initial waypoint. So then after that, it does an arc. But a lot of planes don't actually do the arc, and I've actually found as a passenger that you get a lot of different experiences. Sometimes they just seem to fly straight, and then you get a left turn and a left turn. So you're probably doing something that is relatively accurate. Ollie says, I'm off to Slovakia to visit family. I haven't been there since COVID. Well, fantastic, Ollie. That is really good news. And it's always extra special when you get to visit family as well. Impatient here. Come on, let's get down. Is there a positive rate coffee cup? No. What we do have, Dwax, is Tim Hortons. And I do love my Tim Hortons. And Tim Hortons is in Britain now as well, so that's always fun. Okay, we're getting there slowly. We'll get this airplane down eventually. So while we're doing that, speed limit exceeded, yeah, we know. So while we're doing that, we'll just do a quick check to see that the ILS is programmed in, which it is. And we'll act the approach phase as well, even though we're doing everything manual right now. Alright, there we go. What was the... Windsur's or not? Yeah. Hopefully, everyone else is able to concentrate fully on their aircraft and not making nearly as many mistakes as me tonight. Okay. Debatable. But I'm hoping we're not far.
You know the airport is behind, right?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Correct. There we go.
Okay, quick, Doc.
No, I was sitting there for a while now.
Now, we were all gentlemen when we took off. Is it all descending into madness as we got to the destination?
All gentlemen, it was a one big free-for-all, wasn't it?
I'm just taking a slight detour over Glen Rothus, but I'm heading back now.
I have no idea where that is.
Glen, so if you fly directly north over Edinburgh and onto the other side of the Forth River, you get into Fife, Kingdom of Fife, and up there you'll have Glen Rothus. And in Glen Rothus is a really, really great general aviation airport, and they do all sorts of things there, like flying lessons and stuff like that. Bring in some flaps here.
Oh no, where are you now? Elastia.
Okay, I'm going to activate localizer, so once it gets that beam from the ILS, it should start flying in straight into the airport.
I'm there and active.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I don't seem to have is I don't have the vertical beam, which is interesting. You can see all you guys coalescing at Edinburgh now.
Wow.
Speed up a little bit.
I'm disguising myself. It's a bit floaty, that one.
What, the landing? How was your landing?
It was beautiful.
Was
Oh.
it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
As Christian would say, or no, Frederick would say on Sweet Sweetheart, perfect landing!
Yep.
Okay, I've captured the localizer anyway. That looks of it. I assume I have anyway. Yes, I have. Okay, cool. But I don't have. What I don't have is a vertical, which is really weird. Don't know why. Hey ho. I shall cross-check the frequency to see if it's done something funny. 108.9. Oh no, there it is. It's coming in now. That's fine. Okay. Here, let's get a landing in here now. Not far away. and I will be seeing Edinburgh Airport very soon. So I'll be flying EasyJet from Edinburgh down to Birmingham next month. And you've got an interesting one, Nick. So you're coming out from Gatwick, aren't you? On the was it 20th? Or 25th?
25th, yeah, from leaving Gatwick, doing Gatwick to Manchester, and then that evening coming back to Heathrow.
Very cool.
Just because
does it really matter which airport you come in or out of, Gatwick, Heathrow, because it's the kind of same distance to where you need to get to, or?
To be fair, it was the prices. It was cheaper to come back. It was cheaper to go to Gatwick. Gatwick to Manchester at a reasonable hour, so that I get there for like 11 in the morning. I could have got it cheaper. I think the 6 o'clock flight from Heathrow was cheap, but me getting
the times can make a difference. Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah. I got it. Unfortunately, because EasyJet's the only airline going into Birmingham right now, it's either ridiculously early in the morning or ridiculously late at night. Doesn't matter which direction you go. So I'm leaving ridiculously late at night, but I think it's about 9 o'clock departure. And then when I'm coming back, I'm leaving at 9 o'clock at night as well. So by the time I get coming back, it's a bit more brutal. So by the time I get back out the airport, into the car, back down to the house again, it's usually just passing midnight. It's a very, very long day.
I didn't realise. I mean, it was only because Dark told me this. I thought that like London-Manchester would be a very popular route. There's literally BA are the only ones that fly from London to Manchester, and there's 3 flights in the morning, and then 3 flights around like from 6 till 8.
2,500.
That's it.
Yeah, it's not much. It's not anywhere near as much as what there used to be. I know that much. Yeah.
It's just more of an international airport than it is domestic. So there's 3 in the morning, 3 on an evening for British Airways to Manchester, London. Same with Ireland. There's only 3 flights from like Cork to Manchester and back. I think there's 1 actually now after pandemic. There used to be one from Doncaster to Manchester or Doncaster to London. That's now stopped.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's a completely different world now, and I think part of the problem is a lot of airlines are trying to assess the market, the market that exists now post-pandemic versus the one before, just to figure out where they can make money. And I don't think it's the same atmosphere as what it used to be.
It's been a while, so I'm looking forward to it. We've not had it for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be part of the fun day.
Well, you should see me coming in just around the corner, guys, if you want to have a quick nose of what I'm doing, just in case I do something funny.
Don't come out quick.
I'm behind you. I lost you for a while, but now I'm on final.
Okay. And I think someone said I had to make this as smooth as possible. I was ordered. It must be as smooth as possible.
Yeah.
On the manual.
That's bad when Jayhawk's down before you.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
Where's the record button?
Slight wind.
You
got about a 4 knot wind there, so.
500.
What were we saying, Nick?
I've lost everyone. Multiplayer.
4.
Multiplayer bug. Alright, okay.
It's escape.
300.
200.
We are, ladies and gentlemen, we are now doing the Willy Niluk landing.
100.
Floating a bit there. That's weird, almost like I hit a weird kind of ground effect
50.
or something.
40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Welcome to Edinburgh, everybody. Dwack says, "Oh, that was a smooth one. Okay, did I satisfied the minimum standards? Did I? I'm glad to hear that." Getting a little bit of stutters here, actually. Did you guys get any frame stutters when you came in?
Luckily, no.
See, I find it tends to get worse if there's a lot of... the more multiplayer aircraft seems to definitely take a hit, so I'm hoping that that's one optimization that we might see this year is making it a bit slicker. Because as nice as it is to see highly detailed models of all the other airplanes, I do feel they're a little bit too detailed, if you know what I mean. I do wonder how much of a performance hit that actually takes, so... Yeah. Anyway. So we can turn our landing lights off. Strobes can come off. Then return lights, and we'll take our nose light to taxi. What gates are you guys at? Are you just around the main airport?
Yeah, I'm at 4.
I'm at 7.
Whoa!
Who? What?
Ollie was doing a low pass over the ground. All I saw was this airplane banking sideways right in front of my nose, and then his wingtip made contact with the ground, and he started spinning like a top. That was very impressive, Ollie. Particularly impressive. Dark Fury says 10 for crashing. I do see, is it Dry's Toys? Dry's Toyster? I don't know if that's someone with us or if that's just someone in the area. Looks like he's taken off, yeah. Oh, he says,
Yeah,
oh
the
dear, it's
enemies to
happened
me
again.
while taxiing way too fast. I actually thought they were taking off.
Oh, right, okay. Well, it's a very crowded airport. I'm going to have to tuck in down
Oh, everyone's popped back in.
the far
Oh,
end.
scary.
Oh, you can see everybody now, Nick.
Yeah, all of a sudden, boom.
Okay. Ollie, I'm just about parked, so if you want to get in here for the group shot, that'd be great. Shark, I take it you're just behind me somewhere, are you?
Oh, Willy, you're in a LATAM.
What's that?
You're in a LATAM Airways.
LATAM Airway. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, okay. That looks like a GC gate. I think we'll take that.
Where's my petrol now? Oh, I've opened the wrong door. Hopefully because I'm falling out.
There we go. Parking brakes on. Just do a quick check to see the APU spooled up. Everything it has, and we can turn those engines off. And we'll get the old bridge out there. if that bridge is going to work. Yeah, doesn't look like it wants to. Okay, fair enough. There we go. Whoa, sideways. Okay. And we got Dark right beside me there. All parked at this beautiful. This is Orbx. This is Edinburgh. Highly, highly, highly detailed. And what I love is the purple lighting on the control tower, which is exactly what it looks like in real night. It is one of the most beautiful control towers I've ever seen in the world. It really is stunning. And that's where at the airport that I call home. That's where I go to, or where I come from when I'm flying it around. And I'll just say, do a quick overview, flying past here, of everybody else. We got Nick there, Jayhawk.
Why don't you whack it in night mode so that you can see the tower better?
Yeah, you know
So
what? That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Let's do that. I'll do that. It really is cool.
Night lighting here is really good.
But again, you know, it is a beautiful airport at night. Look at that. I'm just going to take a quick look at that tower again. And that's exactly what it looks like in real life. I can even see the Hilton Moxie Hotel, which I've stayed in over there as well. But yeah, it's just swell. I do really love this version of the airport. And wouldn't it be cool if you could just actually go up in real life and just look out that window and just see airplanes? All of us down there. I think I'll take a screenshot of that, actually. That's kind of neat. I can see Ollie taxiing in. Oh, he's hovering in, the F-35. I'll just give a little bit of light back again. There we go. You can see Shark there. Well done, Ollie. Getting a nice stylish hover in the F-35. And there's Nick and Jayhawk parked off the side there as well. And some other random people just around about the area, so yeah, cool. Fantastic flight. Very enjoyable. Sometimes, you know, it doesn't have to be a complicated thing. It can just be something that we can do together. And it's a lot of fun. Sorry, can't quite hear you, Dark?
We finished early.
I know. That's weird, eh?
Let's get some banter going like Linus.
What'd you say?
No waffle. There's been no waffle today, is there?
Not really. And to be fair, and I overshot my approach as well. So even with that, we were still early. I think we got it. To be fair, we did get away quick, and I think what made the big difference is we weren't cold and dark. We were already kind of spooled up and ready to go. So I think that probably made a bit of a difference. So I would definitely do that again, because it seems to we can kind of just jump straight into the action at that point. It was quite good that way. But yeah, you know what? Why not? We're just too efficient, guys. We're just too efficient. Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about what's happening next month. And so we had a bit of a discussion as a team. Now, positive rate has been going pretty much solid with a few exceptions since February of this year. It's been an absolutely amazing experience to get started. Something that we talked about for a while. Everyone came together and helped me launch the station, and this is the result. We are slowly but gradually and deliberately building the community as we get better and better and more effective. You know, I couldn't do any of this without my fantastic team members. So an absolutely huge thanks to Christian, who was one of our original team members, Nick, of course, who's one of our current team members, Shark Kitty, who set up our community, and Dark Fury, who has done all of our liveries. And Nick, of course, continues to be the promotion manager, keeping us organized and making sure that I'm doing all the things that I'm meant to do on time. And our newest team member, Kevin, who has been doing a lot of the flight plans as well. So Kevin unfortunately couldn't make it tonight because he's He's dancing around the floor or doing some sort of Irish ceilidh music, so that's fine. But we'll see him at one point. So anyway, leading to where we're at, we're all pretty tired, and we want to take a bit of time off. So we are not going to be streaming for the month of July, but we are going to be roaring back on August the 4th. We've got a great flight plan in the works for you. You will see a show announcement for that August 4th stream within the next week or so. And I'm looking to have a giveaway on that stream as a welcome back from the summer. So we're all going to take a bit of a break, recharge the batteries, refresh our minds, regenerate the idea pool, and come back and really hit it hard when we get back in August. So yeah, so Nick, what do you think about that idea?
Yes, yeah.
Bit of a rest.
A bit of a rest gives everyone a chance to just because we there is stuff in place. There's plans already. We're just going to take a month off, which means it'll be even more slick when we come back.
Absolutely.
And everything will fall into place. So
yeah, and of course, huge thanks for everything that you've done. It's been a heck of a ride up to now, actually.
Yeah, we're getting there, aren't we? We're getting there. That's good.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. And Dark Fury, for you, have a great month off. I know things have been getting a bit harder for you with the work-life balance, so this is probably coming at a really good time for you at the moment.
Yes, gonna miss it. Don't get me wrong, gonna miss it. Got a great team, got a great community. Flights are doing great. We will be back on August 4th, which
we absolutely will.
But one thing I will stress is don't forget to the communities that we may be taking a break, but you have got some videos in progress to cover the month of July that we're off.
We do, yes, I do. I've got some surprises coming. So I'm going to be our first ever produced videos, which I'm going to be taking you on a tour through some of the fantastic airports that you can buy from Orbx. So do look for show announcements on that, and it won't be live streamed. They'll be produced videos, but I will do them as live premiere. And yeah, I got some great content coming up. So yes, Dark, you're quite right. We will keep the troops entertained until we do eventually return in August the 4th. And Shark Kitty, of course, you've been by my side the whole time. I can't thank you enough for everything that you've done for Positive Rate and for me since February. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's nice to build this community with you.
Every day, yeah. And I mean, there's been a lot of jokes behind the scenes too, and I think everybody will agree that there's a lot of things that we talk about on the staff chat that a lot of people don't see. But we take the piss out of each other. We're very we challenge each other. I certainly know you guys challenge me, and it's all at the end of the day just to be the best we can, but also to make sure that we're always having fun, and of course for all of you to have fun as well. Two Cat says, "Ooh, sounds fancy." And Ollie says, "Looking forward to all new content." Yeah, thank you, Ollie. Appreciate that.
In the meantime, while we're away, keep in mind the Discords are always there, and if you guys want to fly together, you can just hop in the voice chat and fly together.
Brilliant point. Yes, absolutely. Please do make sure, if you haven't joined our Discord community already, there's a link in the show description. Come on in, make yourself known, and yeah, by all means, if you want to do some flying, you don't just drop into the pub. Or I think we possibly have another channel there for that. But drop in the pub, say, yeah, looking to do a quick flight. Anybody want to come along? And someone might pop in and fly along with you. And certainly I might do that. And just because we're not streaming doesn't mean I might not be flying. Sometimes it's just nice just to pop on, just do a quick live flight around on server. So yeah. And I did miss, sorry, Ollie, you said you're away from August 5th to the 24th, back in Slovakia, right? Yes. Okay, so we'll probably miss you for the first couple streams, but we'll see you, Ollie, when you get back towards the end of August. But, if we don't speak to you, have a fantastic trip back home seeing family. That's really, really good. And Jayhawk says, don't worry, Willy, you can't get rid of me that easy taking a month off. Well, To be fair, Jayhawk, it's not just for me; it's for the team as well. They've all worked really hard, and I just think everybody deserves a little bit of a break just to recharge the batteries. I think we want to continue to stay fresh. We want to continue to stay energized, and sometimes it's just nice to let the neurons kind of cool off a bit, let everyone do their own thing, and we'll come roaring back on the 4th of August. And Ollie says he'll try and tune into the streams, but unfortunately won't be able to fly. Ollie, you know what? That is fantastic. We'd love to see you join in with us as well. It's always nice to hear from you, mate, and always nice to fly with you as well. So I think that's probably a wrap up, guys. So any closing thoughts, Nick?
It's like the school holidays, isn't it? It's just like
it is, yeah.
See you
It is. Yeah, it's like school's out for summer, dudes. Yeah. Any closing thoughts, Nick?
Onwards and upwards, really. I think.
For sure. Jake Hogg says, "I'm learning so much from you. Get great team. Learning so much from you lot. Right. Well done. Great team, and thank you for everything you do." J-Hog, so nice to say. Thank you so much. And Vaughn says, "Sorry, I missed it again. Maybe one day." Vaughn, thanks for dropping it in the end. Vaughn, we're taking a month off, so we're going to be back. Our next stream will be on August the 4th. So hopefully you can fly with us if you're around. And Ollie says, "Vaughn, no." Yeah, fair enough. Anyways, Dark Fury, any closing thoughts from yourself?
Just reiterate what Nick said, onwards and upwards, realistically. It is like being back at school, except we're getting 4 weeks instead of 6.
That's it.
But something I would like to put towards the community, realistically, like post in Discord if they want to, we can pick up in the staff chat. Would like to see a coming next at the end of the stream so they know what spoilers might be coming up, a bit of a teaser. And whilst we're off, would they like to see a highlight of since February? You know, the good times that we've had, the laughs. You know, something like a montage just to see where we've started and where we are now.
That is actually not a bad idea. It sounds a really, really good idea, and
we all get the whole summer off except for Willy. Willy will be.
This is true. I could be wrong. I think this is our 20th episode. Our 20th stream.
I mean, look how we started. We started with a small group. We got 2 Tone come in and just drop that massive donation, as well as myself, and got you dancing. We've had laughs, we've had crashes, we've had
spectacular crashes.
It might be worth if the community wants a good montage. So say one of the weeks that we're off, you post that video, we can all have a laugh.
I you know what? I think that's a fantastic idea, and J-Hog says it's a good idea as well. So yeah, we'll definitely look at that. Ollie says I've just finished my exam, so I got 10 weeks. Oh, very nice. Yeah, unfortunately we don't get that quite in Britain. Dark, yeah, brilliant idea, and totally agree with everything you said as well. And of course, you know, a huge thanks to the entire community for supporting us. I know a lot of you have watched us live, and even more of you have watched on Restream. So, you know, thank you for all your subscriptions, all your support, and of course all the other content creators to continue to encourage us and support us and help promote positive rate from their streams as well. You know, we can't thank you enough for all that you do, and we'll look forward to seeing you in August. But one last person, Shark Kitty, do you have any closing thoughts?
Let me think.
Don't want to put you on the spot. Viva la France. J-Hog says, "Oh great, a vid of my crashes."
Fly low and fast.
Sorry, what'd you say, Shark?
Fly low and fast.
I didn't quite catch that.
Fly low and fast.
Oh, fly low and fast. Ah, fly low and fast.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sharky,
well,
you wanted gun.
Right, and with that, Shark Kitty, have a great night. Good night to you.
Night.
Good night to you, Dark Fury.
It's a good night from him, and it's a good night from me.
Good night, Nick.
Good night and happy holidays.
Likewise. And good night for me. You've been watching Positive Rate. We'll see you in 4 weeks. Take care, folks. All the best.